Tet Amud Aleph. If I'm not mistaken, we are holding by Amar Ula. Am I right, Avi? Last word, Ula. We are holding 8 lines from the bottom. Amar Ula. Am I right? Right. There should be more. We have more. We have 2 of those. What? You were in the back, but that's not the tomorrow. Huh? That's Reef in the back.
Oh, and Amud Aleph, that's right. Oh, what are you doing? Here. I also did.
8 lines from the bottom. Last word, Ula. Amar Ula, Bae Mine Rabbi Yochanan. Ula said, I asked Rabbi Yochanan, Le Rabbi Yehuda, according to Rabbi Yehuda. Remember who was Rabbi Yehuda last time? Rabbi Yehuda was a person who said the water on the body of the person, when it comes out from the mikveh, is going to be added to the water of the mikveh. Which means, if you come out from the mikveh and the water on the body of the person is going to be added up to the water inside the mikveh and makes it complete. Right. So now, according to Rabbi Yehuda, Mahu lehatwil mechatin v'sunuriyot berosho shel rishon. What's a halakha when you come and dip inside the mikveh mechatin v'sunuriyot? What is mechatin?
Exactly.
Mechatin is a utensil, is a vessel, is like forks, very small, that they use it to weave the strings made from gold. Okay? Now you want to take it into mikveh. Berosho shel rishon. On the ma'im on top of the first one. What does it mean? You have to see what's going over here. Good achit itle Rabbi Yehuda. Good asik letle. Odilma good asik nami itle. So now, what's the suffix over here? Let's see what is all this. First of all, I have to translate to you what is good at achit, what is good asik. Good achit, which means the water on the head, on the top, is considered connected to the mikveh, goes down. Okay? That's called good achit, goes down. Which means, for example, a person goes inside the water, comes out, you say good achit. The water on the head also considered connected to the water of the mikveh. So part of the mikveh. That for sure we know Rabbi Yehuda holds that. What about good asik? What is good asik? Okay. The water inside the mikveh is connected to the top. Now, what is this thing? Mechatin v'sinuriyot. Beroshol shel rishon. What is this case? Now, what's the case over here? Do you know what's the case over here? Let's see Rashi. What does it explain over there? What is this? What is this? Mechatim v'sunuriyot.
Can you put the mechatim and sinobiyot in his hair, in the water that he has on his body, and basically like part of the mikveh, or it's only going, he's מצטרף למקווה והמקווה לא מצטרף אליו.
Very nice. It says over here, you want to use the water on your head to matvil, to tovel, to basically take to the mikveh inside your head with the water on your head. But you didn't go inside the water with it?
No, after he coming out.
After coming out, you put it on?
So he went in and he came out and he wants to put the needle inside and like put it in the mikveh.
Inside his head, yeah.
But is his foot still inside?
Huh?
His foot is still inside, right?
Probably, yeah.
No, the fourth gold king piece.
Last time he said that when he goes up and one of his foot is still inside, הוא מצטרף למקווה בגלל גוד אחית. אז הוא שואל, זה רק גוד אחית או גם גוד אחית? גם המים מצטרפים למקווה.
So we say now, if we say the water on the mikveh good, good achid means the water in the mikveh is going to go down, is like connected to the mikveh. Good asik means
the water from the mikveh basically connected to him.
Comes up on his head, which is the water you have on your head is going to consider a mikveh. Now you could use it as a mikveh. Does Rabbi Yehuda hold that way or not? Amali, Rabbi Yochanan told me, Tenituha. We learned this in a Braita. That what? Shalosh gemamiot banachal. So they have 3 holes next on the bottom of the mountain. Is next to the river, something like that, next to the water. 3 of them, holes, full of water. העליונה, התחתונה והאמצעית, העליונה והתחתונה של 20 סאה. So the one on the bottom and the middle one and the top and the middle one, up top the bottom one, there are 20 ساعة, 20 ساعة each one. והאמצעית של 40 ساعة, the middle one has 40 ساعة. Understand? We have 3 of them, 3 holes full of water. Okay? העליונה, התחתונה והאמצעית. העליונה והתחתונה. What's the difference? של 20 ساعة והאמצעית 40 ساعة. We have 3. That's we have.
It's funny language. In the beginning he says, you have 3 holes, העליונה, התחתונה והאמצעית. Finish the sentence. And then it starts, העליונה והתחתונה 20.
Very nice. So we have 3 of them. העליונה, התחתונה, האמצעית. העליונה והתחתונה, the top, the one on the top, and on the one on the bottom. Each one has 20 ساعة.
How is the top?
Huh?
How is the top?
I think when it means top means when you come down from the mountain, There's one on the top, one on the bottom, one in the middle. So one on the top and the bottom, each one has 20 sa. The middle one has 40 sa. با امسایه چه 40 سا و خردالیت شل گشامیم اوورد بنهن. Basically a flow of water coming from the rain pass in between them and connects them together. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, so again, one more time, it's very important to understand this. There's one over here, one over here, one over here. This one has 20 sa, this one has 20 sa. The middle one has 40. The water comes from Geshamim rain, connect the three together. Okay? Now, you say good achit or good asik. Let's gonna see how it's gonna work. Rabbi Yehuda says, Meir Haya Omer, Meir used to say, Matwil Ba'en Yonah. You could go inside the one on the top, even though it doesn't have 40 sa, because we say good asik. The middle one connects to the top one. It goes up. Okay? So therefore, if it says that way, so we say good achid also. The water goes down. So therefore, when Rabbi Yehuda says this, as Beshem in the name of the Rabbi Meir, and doesn't argue with him, it means he holds that way. So therefore, comes out according to Rabbi Yehuda, you are allowed to use those, what was it? The things you have, the forks on your head, you dip it inside the water inside your head, and you're gonna be okay, your hair. Gemara asks a question. Is that the case? Is that true? V'hatanya. We ask, we learned another braita, Rabbi Yehuda Omer. Rabbi Yehuda says, Meir Haya Omer, Meir used to say, Matfil Ban Yona, Vani Omer, Batachtona Vele Ban Yona. Meir says you could do inside the one on the top, but I say only on the bottom one and not on the top one. So you see over here, Rabbi Yehuda, he only says good achik. It goes down. But you don't say good asik, goes up. So you can have in the top one. Amale, Rabbi Yochanan answered to the Ula, Itanya Tanya. So if you have such a braita that Rabbi Yehuda argued with the Rabbi Meir, that's how it should be. Which means you only could go inside the bottom one and not the top one. So you cannot use the mazlek, that fork, and tobel it, dip it inside the water in the hair of that person.
Do we know which baita was before?
Huh?
Do we know which baita was before?
No, we have basically braita in the name of Rabbi Yehuda.
What was the first baita?
So Va'ani Omer. Over there doesn't say Ani Omer. Over there says I say like this. Over there just only Meir says, and the fact he doesn't argue, we wanted to say he doesn't argue. Why we have another braita that argues.
But my question is, what was his first hanacha, and what did he change his mind to? הוא סבר כמו רבי מאיר ואז שינה את דעתו, או שהוא סבר הפוך מרבי מאיר? מה היה לפני? איזה ברייתא באה קודם? I believe that they put it this way, so that's chronological, whatever it's timeline, on the timeline. First he didn't argue, and then he changed his mind.
Could say that, I don't know. So according to Tosfot, I asked that question. Tosfot says that basically what we are saying over here, once the Rabbi Yochanan says Amale Itanya Tanya, means the main one is the second one. Okay?
פה בנוטס זה רושם לי משהו אומר פה לפי מסקנה זו מוכרחים לומר שהברייתא בעמוד א' שאומרת שיכול לשנות כוונתו כל זמן שרגלו במים סוברת כרבי מאיר שסובר בודה סיק.
Rabbi Meir. What does the Rabbi Yehuda holds? That's the question.
אבל רבי יהודה חולק על זה.
Right. So Rabbi Yehuda argues.
שהרי אינו סובר בודה סיק ולדבריו אי אפשר לשנות כוונתו.
Right. So according to Rabbi Yehuda,
unless you read inside the middle.
right. So Rabbi Yehuda doesn't do that because that's the maskana of the Gemara, according to this understanding. Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the next part of the Gemara. Next part of the Gemara talks about, we said in the Mishnah, Hatovel lechulin vehuchzak lechulin. Somebody goes inside the mikveh for chulin, and he had kavana for chulin, is asur lemaaser. You cannot use it for maaser. So therefore, we see over here that you have with kavana counts. What he says. Okay.
اینم سنتر ما این دادم عیدو ندادم سال نو دادم
Okay.
حالا میخوام بنام کاشره شما صدا چی میبینید خانمتونم دیدش عکسشو گرفته
اوکی. کاشر.
کاشره
بله.
خیلی ممنون
خواهش.
هیچ علامتی نداره
نه. It's okay. کاشر.
کاشره
بله.
خیلی ممنونم
خواهش.
شکرم گذاشتم سر کابینتم
دستون در نکنه. خیلی ممنون. مرسی. خب.
من دارم بخورم
بله.
خیلی ممنون
خواهش. خب. So we go back to our discussion. We said that in the Mishnah, Tovel lechulin v'huchzak lechulin. If somebody goes inside the mikveh, he's going for the chulin, and his kavanah is for chulin, he cannot have ma'aser. Why? Because it's a higher level. We said in the same Mishnah, if you remember, if he goes ma'aser and his kavanah for ma'aser, asul leterumah. So the level goes up. So therefore, we see from the Mishnah, going inside the mikveh for chulin is asur for ma'aser, unless he has kavanah to metaher him, to make him tahor, pure for ma'aser. So it says, Gemara asks a question, Mani matritin. Who is the one who wrote our Mishnah, author our Mishnah, right? Rabbananhi, according to Chachamim. The Shan Elehu, for them, there is a difference between ben chulin le ma'aser. There's a difference between chulin and ma'aser. Therefore, they hold you have to explain Bezat Hashem. We said before that somebody is Tumah de Rabbanan, which is the Sheni le Tumah, second to the Tumah, is Mutar bechulin, he could eat chulin, ve asur ma'aser. Huh? Right, of course. Very tevila, right. So they argue with the Rabbi Meir that according to him, you could have chulin and ma'aser. So therefore, according to them, to Chachamim, if somebody tovel goes to the mikveh for chulin, the ma'aser doesn't work. You have to go for ma'aser in order to work for ma'aser. So Gemara asks a question now. According to this, what you're saying, Emma, Sefa, go to end of our Mishnah. What we say end of the Mishnah? It says over there, Bigde Amhares, the clothing of the Amhares is gonna be Tameh Midras leperushin. Is gonna be Tameh, it's gonna consider Midras, which is make them Tameh, leperushin. What are the Perushin? The people that eat the chulin in Tahara. Okay, so when it comes to the clothing of the Amhares, no, it's going to be midras. If they sit on it, they become tameh. Okay? Then it continues. The Mishnah is not finished. Bigde perushin, the clothing of the perushin, midras leoche teruma. People that eat teruma, they are very careful, more than those that eat chulin. So therefore, what they keep the perushim is not considered enough for the people that eat teruma. So they have to be careful that they might come tameh midras in the clothing of the perushim. So if our Mishnah holds like Chachamim that there is a difference between Ma'aser and Chulin, why our Mishnah doesn't say that the Bigdei Perushim, the clothing of the Perushim, which is eat the Chulin, we're thinking now, that's what happened now, it should be Midras le'orche ma'aser. That part, that level is not mentioned in our Mishnah. Okay? And he has to say, Bigdei ochle ma'aser, the clothing of the people that eat ma'aser, should be Midras le'ochle teruma. The only thing saying the Seifa of the Mishnah is skip one level. Perushin, we're talking about people eat chulin. So therefore, you see, in the end of the Mishnah, does not differentiate between chulin and maaser. So he says, Gemara says, Atan le Rabbi Meir. This is coming according to Rabbi Meir. Chulin u maaser ke hadadani. According to Rabbi Meir, chulin and maaser, they are the same level. There is no difference in levels. Okay? So therefore, it's going to be a problem. Resha differentiate between chulin and maaser, which is chachamim. Seifa, it comes like Rabbi Meir. It doesn't differentiate between maaser and chulin. Resha Rabbanan, Seifa Rabbi Meir. How does it make sense? Cannot be. Cannot be one Mishnah in the beginning, one person, and the Seifa another person. So Gemara says, that's true. Resha Rabbanan, Seifa Rabbi Meir. Exactly that's where it is. In the beginning, in Chachamim, in the Seifa is Rabbi Meir. Huh? It's a good question. Why they did it? I don't know how it really it works. Let's see another answer. Maybe that's better answer for us. Huh? Rav Acha bar Ada. Rav Acha, the son of Ada, Matnela beSefa, he learned in the Sefa Chamesh Ma'alot, 5 levels. Okay, what are the 5 levels? We have first Chulin, then we have Maaser, then you have Teruma, then you have Kodesh, then Mechatat. Okay? Okay? That's basically, huh? Maaser. Chulin, Maaser, Teruma, Kodesh, and Mechatat. Okay? That's it. That's how you learn in the Sefer. That way, Umoki la kula kirabanan. So according to him, it comes out very nice. The whole Mishnah is going to be according to Chachamim. So you don't need to say the Seifa is going to be Rabbi Meir. According to them, the Seifa is going to be basically Chachamim also. So we are holding now by Yutet Amud Bet.
What does that help? How does that help?
There is no question anymore from the Resha to Seifa. We have different levels, 5 levels. The question was one level was skipped. That was the question.
But only for like the opinion of Rav Barada.
Right.
The Mishnah itself is in the Gemara.
According to him, they have to change the girsa. According to him, the girsa we have is not correct. According to him, there is no problem. Okay, we're holding Yuted Amud Bet, 2 lines from the bottom. Amar Ramari. Ramari says, Shemamina, we learn from our Mishnah, Chulin shenasu al taharat hakodesh. If you have Chulin, and their owners, they're very careful to keep them kadosh, tahor, pure, la taharat kodesh. Ke kodesh tam. It's not kodesh. Mimai. How does the Ramari know such a thing? Now, you have to see what does it mean taharat kodesh. What does taharat kodesh mean?
That yes, eating korbanos.
The korbanot, huh?
So we have chulin, maser.
But taharat kodesh considered like the korban, right? And revi'i also makes it tameh, which is gonna be higher than all of these things before mechatot. Okay, that's gonna be. We have chulin, maaser, kodesh. Okay. No, chulin, maaser, teruma, kodesh. Huh? Okay. So that's mimai. How does the Rabbi Mari knows that's true? That's gonna work. He says, we learn in our Mishnah, midelo katani behu ma'ala.
So פרושים זה אנשים שהיו אוכלים חולין בטהרת קודש?
Yeah.
יש דבר כזה, זה טהרת תרומה? זה ישר הולך לטהרת קודש.
The hard Gemara. Yeah, each Gemara has a part like this. It's not like they're all. Not. Even the Gemara with this, it seems easy. It could be hard. You just go deep into it. Midolo katani behu ma'ala.
If I understand, I'm not sure I understand. Whoever accept upon himself to eat his חולין בטהרה, eat all of his חולין בטהרה like קודש. Like,
So now I'm trying to see what's the proof from the Mishnah.
כי הם לא עשו חילוק ואמרו לפרושים שאוכלים חולין בטהרת חולין. הם רק אמרו, אוכלים את החולין בטהרה. אפילו את זה הם לא אמרו. עובדי עם הארץ, נדרס לפרושים. זהו. אז according to Rav Mari, he holds that every person that accepts to eat chulin b'tehara means teharat kodesh.
Right, that's what he says.
Yeah, so therefore, if the Mishnah didn't emphasize other things, they just mentioned prushin, so we know that they eat their chulin b'teharat kodesh. There's no other option.
Since he didn't say it, it means Atarat Kodesh. Okay, so he's saying it's very interesting. So according to Ramari, if you eat chulin, like, be careful of Taharat Kodesh, that chulin becomes like korban. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Torah She'Ba'al Peh. Okay. So Gemara goes further. The Gemara says, no, that can't be. But Dilma, maybe, Hi Delogatani Behu Ma'ala. That's why we didn't learn it. Maybe, I'm like Chulin, like Terumah, who says, like, going to be Taharat Kodesh, going to be like the Korban. They damu litruma hatani teruma. Idamu lechulin hatani lechuni. Tanya chulin shenasu atarat hakodesh harehen ke chulin. Rabbi Lazar, Rabbi Sadok, harehen ke truma. So what? The Braita we have now, it doesn't say anything about Taharat Kodesh. It says Chulin, al Taharat Kodesh like Chulin, which means it doesn't go any higher. Rabbi Lazar and Rabbi Sadok omer Haren ki Truma, like Teruma. Nobody says it's got to be like the what he said. Ramari. What? So we argue Ramari now? So Ramari is out? That's it? So it can't be either like Chulin or Teruma. So Mari is out. We don't accept his opinion. Okay, very nice. The Gemara says, let's finish this part. I want to go to the next part. We stop there. Elam Misefa. Ramari learns from the Sefa. He's not finished yet. We learn in the Sefa, Yosef and Yoezer or Haya Chasid Shebakehuna. Yosef and Yoezer, he was the Chasid. He ate the teruma betahora. Okay? Vayta mitpachto midras lakodesh. His mitpachat handkerchief or whatever he had, it was midras lekodesh. So he ate teruma betahara. So he didn't go higher. It doesn't become kodesh. Yochanan ben Gudgeda haya ochel. Yochanan ben Gudgeda, he was eating chulin. And tahara hakodesh kol yama v'hayta mitpachto midras lechatot. Ooh. So he worked. Lechatot in only לחטאת.
שהוא אומר, היה אוכל על טהרת הקודש, הוא היה אוכל חולין על טהרת הקודש?
יוחנן בניגוד גדול? Yes. But eating חולין על טהרת הקודש. So it becomes קודש. לקודש לא. על מקוסה בר חולין שנעשו על טהרת הקודש כקודש דם. That's what Amari learns.
Only half of what he said.
What do you mean? That's what Amari is learning. Amari learns from that part of the Sefer that it works. If you eat chulin at Tara Kodesh, it becomes Kodesh. Midras, the Mechatot.
But it's still not a raya to our mission. They meant that all the pushing eat al taharat hakodesh.
So what's his raya, his proof is from the end the Sefer of our Mishnah. Yossi ben Yozer haya has chasid shebakevuna. V'atem mitachton midras hakodesh, huh?
That's the end of our Mishnah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's what we're saying over here.
Tomorrow we're gonna finish the Torah.
Okay.
I don't understand this. But it seems like the kavanah affects the...
Right. That's the whole thing. The whole thing we're talking about. See, what depends what's your kavanah. We said there are other times before the kavanah, you don't have a kavanah, it doesn't even work. Yeah? That's what it is over here. The whole thing is a kavanah when it comes to Kedusha and Tahara. Yeah. Okay, let's go do a little bit Sefer HaKuzari, then you go to our discussion.